So basically, we have quite the story to tell you. Spoiler alert, we did not make it to White Sands National Park.
Yeah, we kind of ran into an emergency while we were driving yesterday.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the road trip vlog. So it is currently one day before we leave for a 3+ week cross-country road trip, and we are camping. We did this last year, we're doing it again this year. I'm currently in my room and we are packing for 3 weeks in one single tote. I'm gonna show you guys in a minute what we're working with because the packing situation is not going super great, but I wanna break down for you guys the road trip itinerary. So basically we are going to first White Sands National Park. We're just there for a couple of days and then we're going over to Phoenix, then we're going to Oceanside, California, Malibu, and then Palm Springs, and then back home. We have a ton of fun stuff along the way. Charlie has 2 disc golf tournaments. I have 3 shoots planned. So all of our stuff has to fit into our camper and our car, and we're bringing it cross country for literally a month. I did want to mention that I'll show you guys a little tour of the camper once we go over there today to load it all up. So let me show you what I'm working with packing wise. And yes, we are bringing Appa with us. So over here is kind of what I've already packed already, not really. This is the tote that I have to put all my clothes in for 1 whole month. And that's what I have packed so far. When you're leaving for a whole month, there's just so many things that I want to get done around my house before I leave. Like, I don't want to leave my house dirty, so it's like on top of packing our entire life for a month-long trip, I'm also like making sure all of our laundry is done. Well, Charlie did all of the laundry, but making sure like all of our guest rooms have extra sheets on them in case anyone wants to stay here, cleaning up our house. I'm making sure all my plants have water, like literally every single detail, all the dishes are done. I'm just trying to make sure that when I get home, my life doesn't feel more chaotic. That's been a lot, and Charlie literally said to me that he thinks I'm procrastinating packing, which is not a lie. I am procrastinating packing, specifically my clothes, because I don't think I'm gonna have enough room. It's really hard because I want to shoot like content while I'm out. So that means I need cute outfits, I need practical outfits. It's just a lot. I'm gonna go pack, and then if I get everything packed, hopefully I'll show you guys everything that I'm bringing. Let's play a game called Pillow or Dog. Truly, I cannot even. Oh, there he is. Okay guys, so I have a bunch of shirts here. I'm gonna try to fit them all into this little thing. This will go in the tote, just to keep all my shirts together. But my problem is I think I have too many shirts. So I need to narrow down everything that I am bringing. Like, I can already tell. I have 2 of the same exact black shirts right here, so. I also have to bring a lot of athletic clothes, so that's also a challenge. Okay, so I think I'm definitely gonna bring this shirt. We've got an athletic tank. We're gonna be playing like a lot of pickleball, so, and then this is an athletic long sleeve. I'm also gonna bring this because it might be hot, might be cold. Okay, this shirt is feeling a little too similar to my other shirts. I feel like I don't really need this one, so we're gonna get rid of that. Okay, so now I have just like regular long sleeves, like things that I would wear every day. So off the shoulder, long sleeve. The problem with this weather that we're going to is it's gonna be really hot or like in the 60s. It's hard to pack for both of those climates. So I'm trying to add like a lot of good layers. Okay, I have this white tank. This is a good like fun layering piece. Got 1 graphic tee. I'm packing this like black tube top. And then this is a black off the shoulder long sleeve as well. And then a white long sleeve. Okay, these are all things I feel very confident about. 1 brown item. Actually, I think I have 2. Brown sweater tank. This is like my new favorite thing that I own. Blue tank, and then a white off the shoulder shirt. Okay, I'm gonna start packing these things in my cube first. Okay, I have this shirt. I don't think I'm gonna bring this. Just not really the vibe. Brown crop tank. I think I'm gonna bring this one. Black skim shirt. My goal is to just bring the basics. So now I have some sweaters and stuff. They're not all gonna fit in this cube. but I definitely just wanted like one sweater. It does get chilly at night and stuff. I also have this shrug. This one's like an essential because I have so many tanks, so I could just put this over it. And then I have a black shrug as well, like this. And then I have a few more long sleeves. I've got this light blue bodysuit and a green bodysuit. And I think that's gonna be all my tops. No, that's a lot. It's a lot. But to be honest, I don't mind just having options. And this is also athletic clothes too, so I'm just making sure I have everything I need. All right, packing is complete. I did have to add a little extra space, so I have my tub, and then I am bringing just this on top. This is all my shirts. I have a separate bag full of all of my shoot clothes, so dresses, random stuff that I would only wear literally once. And then I have socks in this thing, hats and other belts, accessories in this. This is all my contacts, literally just contacts and glasses. And then the rest of my toiletries I'm doing in a minute. I'm currently working on grabbing my camera gear now, which is honestly the last thing I need to do before going and packing the car. So this is what we have so far. Honestly, I'm pretty proud of this. Camera body, 24-70, 35 millimeter, 50 millimeter flash. So I'm doing shoots and Charlie's gonna record them. So all my SD cards, bringing a cute little drone, a little accessory thing for my phone, mics for recording, more mics, film camera, film, battery charger. And then in here is my podcast gear, laptop, and my tripod. Honestly, I'm feeling pretty good. Everything is packed. So now we have to go load it into the camper, which means I'm gonna show you guys my house for the next 3.5 weeks. Okay, here she is. Little dining room, kitchen, and the bed. We're about to get all of this set up. Here's the bathroom. And then on this side is the shower. Okay, here's everything we have to unload. Awesome. We're gonna unload and then go get some non-perishable grocery items, and most likely I will see you guys in the morning when we take off for day 1 on the road. Good morning. It is 7 a.m. and everything's all packed up. We're about to go grab the camper, and here's Charlie. I did have to drop Appa off at the groomers this morning, so we're basically waiting for him to get done, but we're gonna go grab the camper and basically get the whole car ready to go. And then when we go grab Appa is when we will hit the road. So bye to my house. Just picked up Appa. He's all groomed, and now we're driving to Tulsa, and we've got 11 hours. Okay, this is our room. Not anything crazy, literally like we're just here to sleep. Honestly, I am so tired. I did absolutely nothing today, obviously, and I feel like greasy and disgusting. So I'm gonna go take a shower and go to bed, but I will see you guys tomorrow for day 2 of travel. We will end up in White Sands tomorrow, so see you in the morning. Good morning, guys. It is 6:30 in the morning. This is my fit for the day, and I have to go take the dog out and get him all fed and stuff. And then we are headed to Oliver Lee National Park. Wait, Oliver Lee Memorial Park? I don't know, that's just where we're staying. And then we will be at White Sands, like right next to it. I don't think we're actually gonna go see White Sands today because we're gonna get there. It's probably gonna be 7 or 8 p.m. So it's gonna be dark. We're definitely going all tomorrow. Also, Charlie was just doing a bunch of research and there's like a bunch of wildfires through northern Texas, which is where we're supposed to be driving today. So we're gonna go through like the Oklahoma little panhandle instead, but it's gonna add like an extra hour onto our trip. So he's very adamant about us not driving through Texas, but in my opinion, it's like, let's heat it up, let's try it. Let's see if there's any fire on the road or not. But either way, I'll just do what Charlie wants because he's the one that drives most of it, so.
My boy,
That's gotta be
friend
like,
to dozens, loved colleague, just
Oh my gosh.
that's one of I'll take 100.
100. Spring has sprung in Oklahoma. They have a lot of cows, and that's really good for our cow game that we play.
Okay guys, we are still in Texas. So basically, we have quite the story to tell you about our day 2 traveling to White Sands National Park. Spoiler alert, we did not make it to White Sands National Park.
Yeah, we kind of ran into an emergency while we were driving yesterday. It was pretty funny. I was on the phone with my cousin, FaceTiming.
I was actually sleeping. Like I
Cassidy
was
was
like,
sleeping. And I saw something on the corner of my eye while I was driving and talking to my cousin. And I was like, hey, I'm going to have to call you back. And hung up quick. And I saw the tire from our trailer literally came off on the left side.
and it was like rolling ahead of us. Like it rolled off into like the debris like on the side of the road.
It's a single axle trailer, so there's only one wheel on each side. And when that happened, the left side of the camper like ended up dragging on the ground. Like it slammed to the ground and the metal is dragging on the ground. So I immediately go from like driving 65, 70 and having to pull over on the side of the road. So like immediately going from full speed to stopping. The metal frame of the camper is just dragging on the ground the entire time.
Yeah, so Charlie like gets out and he's like, oh, like I'm gonna have to put this tire back on. Like, I don't know if I have the equipment to do it. I'm gonna go get that tire. And it was like pretty far ahead of us. And I was like, Charlie, I can get a tire. Like I can go get it. You figure out how you're gonna get like jack the camper up, whatever. So I go get the tire. Like I run ahead. I'm kind of like lollygagging. Like I was taking videos. Like I thought, oh, this is like such good content, like whatever. So I'm like up getting this tire, I'm like wheeling it, right? But meanwhile, Charlie is over by the camper and like trying to figure out, I don't even know what were you doing, just trying to figure out how to change the tire?
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out what went wrong because at every gas station I had been checking the wheels to make sure they weren't loose and every lug nut was tightened up and torqued to spec and everything. So I just was kind of confused trying to think about why that would have happened. And then when I finally got back there, I realized like the actual wheel hub snapped off of the axle. So why it actually happened, it's kind of hard to tell. But so I got back to the camper and was trying to look at things, and I realized really quick that there actually had started a grass fire on the side of the road because of the camper sparking up on the road when I pulled over. So I was like initially trying to figure out what to do with the camper, and then I looked back and saw all these flames on the side of the road because the grass had caught on fire.
We were supposed to go like another route through Texas, but we were trying to avoid the wildfires because there's like wildfires all over northern Texas. So we take like this other route to avoid all these wildfires, right? And then the camper literally sparks and starts a little fire on the side of the road. I was like over getting this tire and like wheeling it back to the camper. And I noticed that there was like a little bit of smoke, but I don't know what I thought it was from. I was like, surely that cannot be from us. Like that, no, like that must be just like dust or something. And then I see Charlie in the truck without the camper, and he's driving super fast away from the camper, and he's like honking at me, and I'm like, what is he doing? And I guess, didn't you try to put the fire out with the fire extinguisher?
Yeah, so we have a fire extinguisher in the camper, but it's a really small one, only meant to like put out a small, tiny fire in the camper. And I had grabbed it when I first saw the fire. I opened up the door on the back of the camper and tried to get the extinguisher out and put the fire out in the grass. But I only was able to get like one part of the fire out. I didn't put out the entire thing because my extinguisher ran out of the actual like liquid or whatever, or the chemicals. So then I kind of started panicking because I was like, well, I tried to put it out. I can't. This fire is expanding really fast. So
and the camper's stuck there. Like you can't move it.
Yeah, I can't move the camper.
And there's a propane tank on the camper.
Yeah, so I was like, if that fire gets up to that propane tank, actually could ignite and explode. So,
like literally explode.
Yeah, so I was like trying to figure out what to do and just realized like I have to get the truck disconnected from the camper as fast as I can. So I disconnected from the camper in what seemed like a record time. I tried to fidget with the propane tank for like 2 seconds to see if I could get it disconnected and put it in the truck and like pull off with the propane tank, but I had a wrench on it and there's like this spot that I was trying to get this bracket undone and it just like wasn't coming off. And the fire was literally expanding towards me at that time. So I was like, well, you just kind of cut your ties at that point and get out of the way, just try to save what you can. So I got the truck and all of our stuff that's in the truck out of the way and picked up Cassidy and we just went to the other side of the road. And at that moment we were like just trying to scramble for a second and think what we could do, and really it was just to call 911.
Is the grass that's on the side of the road.
Okay.
I had a fire extinguisher in the back of the camper and I tried to put it out for a second, but I exhausted my fire extinguisher, so
Okay, can I get your name?
Yeah, my name is Charlie Janho.
Give me your last name again, I'm sorry.
Janho, Janho.
Okay, but you already got your vehicle detached, right?
Yeah, my vehicle is detached. The camper is back by the fire.
Okay.
Because it had no wheel on it, so I couldn't pull away from it.
Okay, is there anything in the camper that would explode or anything if it did catch fire?
There's a propane tank on the front that I was trying to get out, but I was not able to get it off, and the fire was getting a little bit closer, so
Okay.
So.
All right, let me see if I can get someone out there, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
In my head, my initial thought was like, the camper is going to blow up. Like the camper is going to blow up and we started a wildfire. Like those were the two worst case scenarios in my head, because it was like there were so many wildfires and like this fire was just spreading. Like everything on the side of the road was dead and it was just like going, this fire. And honestly, like they got there really quick. And
yeah, the thing that was really fortunate about the whole situation is where we broke down was only a couple miles outside of the nearest town. So the fire department from the town was able to get there within like 5-10 minutes of that call, and they were able to put it out. So
yeah.
It might have even been shorter than that. But
no, it literally was like, it felt like maybe 2 minutes, like maximum. They like came, first these trucks came and they were just like driving over the fire, trying to put it out.
So separate people. There was a couple guys that were in like utility trucks. They were just in like electric. They looked like they were power line guys that were just out working. And they like started driving through it with their massive trucks to like try to put the ground out. And then they like parked on the side of the fire and were getting water bottles off the back of their truck and were like trying to pour water on it.
Yeah.
And I like grabbed, I only had like one water bottle, so I grabbed one water bottle and walked over there to try and help, but there wasn't much I could do at that point. But then in that time, that was when the actual fire departments started coming.
Yeah. And like they came with like these trucks and like hoses, they were spraying everything. There were like tons of guys and they're like fire outfits. What are they called? Fire, like the things that firemen wear.
Their uniforms.
Yeah, like their uniforms. And they were just like spraying everything. They finally get the fire out, but like the whole side of the road is like black. Like it went far, this fire. Like it was crazy. Actually, surprisingly, nothing happened to our camper. It didn't blow up like I thought it was going to. Charlie said to me, his first thought was like, oh my gosh, every pair of underwear that I own is in that camper. Yeah. That's what he was worried about, was losing all of his underwear.
Well, it's just funny the things that you think about in that moment. But I mean, honestly, we had taken the route that we took because we were trying to avoid the wildfires. And the first thing I thought was like, my stomach dropped because I was like, did I just start another wildfire out here? It's just.
Then the next problem was, it was like the problem was the tire came off, but then we started a fire. So then we were trying to put out a fire, and then the fire's out, and now it's like, okay, what do we do with the tire? Because we still can't move our camper. So we had to like call a few places. We found a towing place. Honestly, this was probably the best place it could have happened because we were like 2 miles outside of the only town that we came across this whole entire day. So 2 minutes outside of town, there was a truck and trailer repair place that was right there, like 2 miles away. And I called them. They were like, yeah, we can start working on it today, have it done by tomorrow. So we got a guy to tow it there, and today would be the day that they would finish the camper. So we spent the night in Dalhart, Texas, and
We went bowling last night.
Yeah.
At the local bowling alley.
there's not much to do, but they do have a pretty banging bowling alley. So we went and bowled.
The Dust Bowl.
Yeah.
If you're ever in the area.
It's called the Dust Bowl. But basically, this first part of our trip, we were only supposed to spend 2 nights in White Sands, last night, and then it would be tonight. So basically, we are probably going to just skip White Sands altogether and go right to Phoenix from here, which is unfortunate. But I mean, in my opinion, this is probably the best time in the trip for something like this to happen because I mean, I wanted to see White Sands, but I really want to go to the other places that we're going.
Yeah.
So I'm okay not going to White Sands if we can go to all of our other places. So we're just kind of waiting on our trailer to get done, and then we can hit the road again.
And also, I think a big part of it too is like getting the small town hospitality versus if we would have had a breakdown like this in the city. There's no telling what kind of people we would have come across. So
that's true. Yeah. So overall, it's been a 2 out of 10 travel experience so far.
we'll see if we can make it up.
Yeah. And that was only day 2 of our travels too. We've got like a lot more to do, but stay tuned. We'll see how the camper holds up if they get everything done. But as of right now, we're stuck in Texas and we're gonna go right to Phoenix after this. So yeah, we'll keep you guys posted on everything that happens. So that's literally it. That's what we're doing.